Generative engine optimization. It's about showing up when your customers ask AI what to buy, who to trust, or where to go.
But what if your actual products could show up? Not just mentioned, displayed, in a cart, ready to check out.
That's exactly what ChatGPT just made possible.
Stay tuned, because today we're breaking down what this means, how it works, and how you can turn AI answers into real revenue.
Welcome to Trivera's AI Deep Dive podcast, hosted by Chip and Nova, our AI co-hosts. Together, they transform top marketing insights from our blogs, articles, and events into actionable strategies you can use. Ready to dive in? Let's get started.
Welcome to the Trivera Deep Dive podcast, where we explore the trends, tech, and tactics shaping the future of digital marketing.
I'm Chip.
And I'm Nova.
We're your AI co-hosts and virtual Trivera team members. And we're pretty fired up, because OpenAI just made one of the boldest moves in e-commerce yet.
Today, we're digging into something huge. Our source material is a really sharp analysis from our founder, Tom Snyder. He's calling it a strategic inflection point.
That's right. An inflection point feels about right. It's not just some minor update. Tom's piece, AI Commerce Arrives, the ChatGPT Checkout shift, points to a massive, immediate change in e-commerce.
It really is. We're talking about ChatGPT Checkout. And the core thing, the absolute kernel, is that people can actually buy products directly inside ChatGPT now.
Yeah, exactly. This isn't some future prediction. It's live. You ask, you get a recommendation, and bam, you can buy it.
Right there in the chat, no clicking off to another site, no getting lost in tabs. It's instant transactional AI.
So say you ask for, a specific kind of sustainable cutting board or maybe a unique art print from a local artist.
ChatGPT, powered by Etsy data for now, gives you a suggestion, and you can complete the purchase right then and there.
It's the checkout button just baked right into the conversation. So our mission today really is to unpack what Tom rightly calls this bold step toward collapsing the entire marketing funnel.
Yeah, what does that mean for businesses right now? We need to look at the opportunities, sure, but also the threats, and importantly, what you actually need to do.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. What is ChatGPT Checkout, precisely? And maybe just as important, what isn't it yet?
Well, the core function is clear. Ask, answer, buy. All happens in that single chat interface.
But let's manage expectations a bit, like Tom points out in his analysis. This is still pretty early days, right?
Definitely. You can only buy one thing at a time right now. So no loading up a cart with multiple items, no complex bundles just yet.
And it's geographically limited.
Yeah, currently it's just for Etsy sellers and only within the US. And maybe most revealingly, you can't brand the checkout experience.
Okay. And you can't pay OpenAI to, push your product higher in the recommendations.
Not yet. No ad platform, no way to pay for placement. That's a crucial point.
Okay. But even with those limitations, the big picture here, the main insight from Tom's piece, seems to be this idea of the marketing funnel just collapsing.
Exactly. That traditional sequence, awareness, interest, desire, action, that long path we've all mapped out.
Yeah.
It's potentially shrinking down to a single conversational exchange. Ask, answer, buy.
Think about the efficiency there. A user has a need, they type it or say it, and boom, transaction done maybe seconds later.
That speed, that reduction in friction, that's the real revolution Tom's highlighting.
But wait a second, isn't that a double-edged sword? I mean, sure, it's efficient. Less friction is good. But businesses lose all those touch points along the way, right? All the chances to retarget, to build brand affinity, to maybe upsell or cross-sell during the journey.
That's exactly the tension. You gain the transaction, maybe lose the journey. It's a trade-off.
And this kind of disruption, it feels familiar somehow. Tom connects this to historical patterns, doesn't he? He's arguing this isn't just hype.
He is. He draws on Trivera's long history here. We've seen these kinds of platform shifts before over nearly, 3 decades now?
Right. He brings up the Usinger's anecdote. It sounds almost quaint now, talking about selling sausage online back then.
It really does. But 30 years ago, helping Usingers sell, perishable gift boxes online, people thought we were crazy.
The common wisdom was, nobody will ever buy stuff on the internet, especially not food.
Exactly. The skepticism was intense, but the lesson Tom draws, which is so relevant now, is that their success, Usinger's success online back then, wasn't luck.
It was a strategic bet, right? A bet on where things were headed, understanding that if trust could be built in the platform, the internet, in that case, transactions would follow.
Yes. Amazon had just entered the picture. And while they were just selling books, Jeff Bezos and Tom knew eventually e-commerce would expand to include anything, including sausage. And that same pattern recognition, that strategic foresight, is what we need to apply now to this conversational commerce era. Trust in the AI, transactions follow.
Okay, so if we apply that historical lens, what's the likely trajectory for ChatGPT Checkout? Where does this go next?
Well, the speculation seems pretty obvious, as Tom lays out. Multi-product carts have to be coming.
Makes sense.
A global rollout seems inevitable, too. And crucially, integrations with major platforms. Think Shopify. That's probably on the roadmap.
A full Shopify integration would be massive. And Tom mentioned something technical, an agentic commerce protocol. What's that about?
Right. So that protocol basically means OpenAI is building the system to be open. They want other platforms, other marketplaces, maybe even individual inventory systems to be able to plug into this conversational checkout.
So they're trying to establish a standard, a new way for AI-driven transactions to happen across different sellers.
That seems to be the goal, create the rails for this new kind of commerce.
Okay, now this is where Tom's analysis gets a bit, well, almost sci-fi, but probably not. The future vision.
Yeah, the idea that AI assistants won't just find what you need, but might automatically, maybe even preemptively, place the order for you.
Like your AI notices you're low on those specific coffee filters you always buy.
And just orders them. Maybe sends you a notification, hey, ordered your filters, they'll be here Tuesday, without you even asking.
Wow, okay, that's a different world. The autonomous AI buyer.
That's the long game, potentially. And Tom's clear in the post, this isn't just abstract thinking for us at Trivera. Our internal teams are already deep in the documentation.
Really? Already testing and mapping this against actual client use cases? Like for the Shopify stores we manage?
Absolutely. It's theory meeting practice right now. Jamie and Jeff are looking at the strategic impact, weighing the justification, the timing. When does it make sense to integrate? Is the volume there?
And then the operational side.
That's where Steph, Jen, and Jonah come in. They're tackling the implementation questions. What exactly does the product data need to look like? How solid is the inventory sync? What happens to back-end accounting and fulfillment when orders start coming from ChatGPT?
Those are the critical nuts and bolts questions you have to answer before you can really roll this out reliably for clients.
Definitely. Which brings us really to the core question for you listening. What does all this mean for your business right now? We need to break down the opportunity versus the threat.
Okay, let's start with the opportunity. What's the big draw here?
Well, the compelling part is potentially bypassing the whole traditional search engine battle. Your products could get recommended inside ChatGPT's answers.
So not buried on page 3 of search result, but actually part of the AI-generated response.
Exactly. Think about that. Fewer steps to purchase, much less friction for the customer, less reliance on getting someone to your website in the first place.
If the AI trusts your product and your data, the transaction could happen almost instantly.
That's the potential upside. But, and this is a huge but, there's a strict prerequisite. Tom calls it being in the running.
And being in the running depends on
clean data, impeccably clean, accurate product data, well-structured content, trustworthiness. If your house isn't in order, digitally speaking, the AI simply won't pick you.
Okay, so that perfectly sets up the threat. And this is where Tom's analysis gets pretty direct.
Yeah, if your business relies too heavily on traditional SEO, or maybe pouring money into paid search ads to drive traffic, you could be in trouble.
Because you risk losing visibility, losing control over that crucial conversion moment.
Precisely, because right now, there's no ad platform here. You can't just buy your way to the top spot in a ChatGPT recommendation, at least not yet.
You have to earn it through trustworthy information, clear content, and that super clean data structure.
Yes. So the massive threat, the real danger, Tom points out, is if your product data is disorganized, if it's incomplete, ambiguous. Basically, if it's a mess, as he puts it.
Then the AI just won't understand it. It can't contextualize it or explain it properly.
Right. And if the AI can't understand your product, it simply won't surface it when a user asks that relevant question. You become invisible in this emerging channel.
Wow. Okay. That really clarifies the stakes. It's not necessarily about abandoning everything you're doing now.
No, not overnight. But it is about moving with, let's say, serious and immediate intent. The quality of your data structure isn't just technical anymore. It's fundamentally commercial.
Absolutely. Okay, we need to take a quick break, but when we come back, we have to get into the actionable steps. If this AI checkout lane is opening up, what can you actually do right now to get your product listings ready? How do you prepare for these new battlegrounds Tom mentions, like AIO and GEO? Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Webster, Trivera's AI assistant, here to help your business thrive in today's fast-changing digital marketing world. Since 1996, Trivera has partnered with southeastern Wisconsin's strongest brands, delivering digital marketing that drives measurable results. Now, we're leading the way with next-generation AI solutions, branded podcasts, fully trained AI agents, predictive analytics, automated content creation, and optimization tools that work like your digital dream team, engaging audiences, capturing leads, optimizing campaigns, and delivering round-the-clock support. From SEO-optimized websites and ROI-driven campaigns to custom AI tools built for real business impact, Trivera is the partner you can trust to help you own what's next. Visit Trivera.com today and make the rest of 2025 your smartest, most successful year yet. Trivera, where 3 decades of expertise meet AI innovation to deliver digital marketing that converts.
Welcome back to Trivera's AI Deep Dive. Now back to our conversation with Chip and Nova.
And we are back on the deep dive. We've been talking about preparing for the future of conversational commerce, specifically the ChatGPT Checkout shift. Before the break, Chip, you really hammered home that organized, clean data is the absolute key.
Yeah, it's the foundation. Without it, you're just not even in the game for this channel. So let's get specific about what you can do. Tom's analysis lays out a pretty clear path.
Right. While our teams internally are digging into the deep technical architecture for our clients, there are things anyone managing an e-commerce catalog can and probably should be doing right now. Step 1 is basic, but crucial. Data hygiene. It sounds boring, maybe, but it's non-negotiable.
And this isn't just about making product pages look pretty for humans anymore, is it?
No, this is about machine readability, first and foremost. Clean up those fundamental listings. Your product titles need to be unambiguous. Descriptions, exhaustive, clear. Images need proper alt tags. Pricing has to be consistent and easily found.
And critically for the AI, things like inventory need to be perfectly synced in real time, right? And return policies. Warranty info.
Crystal clear.
Yeah.
The AI needs transactional certainty. It needs to know if the item is in stock, what the final price is, what happens if something goes wrong. No ambiguity allowed.
Okay, so get the basic data house in order. What's step 2?
Step 2 involves a shift in content strategy. You need to start consciously writing for the AI, not just for human shoppers, not just for old school search engine spiders.
Going deeper than just stuffing keywords into descriptions.
Much deeper. It's about clarity and explanation. Think about how an AI would need to understand your product to explain it accurately to someone else.
All right, let's make that concrete. Give me an example. Instead of an old SEO title like pour-over coffee maker with a stainless steel filter, what does AI optimized content look like for that?
Well, the title still matters, but the description is where it all happens. The AI doesn't just read the title. It synthesizes everything to answer a specific user question. Like maybe the user asks, what's a good eco-friendly coffee maker that doesn't use paper filters while preserving flavor?
Okay, so my content needs to anticipate that kind of query.
Exactly. Your description needs to clearly explain why your product uses a pour-over system, how the stainless steel filter works, and why it matters, like how it eliminates the need for paper filters, preserves natural oils, and reduces waste. You're actually teaching the AI how to accurately sell the product on your behalf.
That's a fundamental shift. Optimizing for conversational explanation, not just link ranking. Which brings us to what Tom calls the new battlegrounds.
Right. He refers to the acronyms he, Jamie, and Jeff have referred to in previous blogs, and we've discussed in several of our podcasts. GEO and AIO, Generative Engine Optimization, and Artificial Intelligence Optimization. You got to understand both.
Okay, let's break those down. AIO sounds like the internal-facing part. More technical.
Precisely. AIO is all about making sure your product data is structured, tagged, and organized perfectly so the AI can understand it. Semantic relevance, proper categories, clean data feeds. It's maximizing the AI's ability to read your specs without confusion.
Got it. So AIO is about being understood by the machine. What about GEO?
GEO, generative engine optimization, that's the outward-facing side. It's about optimizing your content, your trust signals, your authority, so that the AI chooses to recommend you over a competitor.
So it's not just about being findable anymore.
No. Tom's point is the goal is shifting. It's moving beyond just being found in a list of links towards being cited, recommended, and crucially transacted all within that single AI prompt experience. That's a radically different objective for businesses.
A completely different commercial goal.
Yeah.
Okay, but this requires balance, doesn't it? Tom is careful to say this doesn't mean shutting down your existing website tomorrow.
Absolutely not. The fundamentals still matter enormously. Your own e-commerce site, your brand's home base, still needs to be fast, reliable, and convert actual humans when they land there.
Your own storefront is vital for brand building, customer relationships, long-term equity. All that still counts.
Totally. But the change, the fundamental shift Tom is identifying, is where and how purchasing decisions might begin. That AI conversation is fast becoming a new front door, potentially bypassing your traditional funnels entirely.
And if you're not ready to participate at that new front door, you might just miss the sale completely.
That's the risk. So the tools are changing incredibly fast, yes, but the core mandate, as Tom concludes, is still about aligning your entire digital ecosystem. Be ready wherever the customer decides to transact.
And the winner in this new era, it might not be the business with the biggest ad budget in the old system.
Probably not. It's more likely to be the one with the cleanest, most trustworthy data structure, ready to participate the moment a shopper stops just browsing and actually starts buying inside that conversation.
That really is the essential takeaway. And look, if you're listening to this and recognizing that this AI commerce wave is real and you need some strategic guidance to make sure your foundation is solid,
Helping you position yourself correctly rather than just chasing the newest shiny object.
well, that's what our team at Trivera does. We've been navigating these kinds of shifts for clients for, almost 30 years now.
From the dawn of e-commerce to this AI challenge. So if you're ready to evaluate your readiness, prepare your data, and really move with intent to make sure your products can actually surface in this new conversational environment,
Then reach out to us. We're already deep into implementing these strategies for our managed clients, and we can help you figure out what this shift means for your specific business needs.
Okay, that is all the time we have for this deep dive into the ChatGPT Checkout shift and its implications.
Yeah, and don't forget to download, subscribe, maybe share this deep dive with colleagues or friends who need that shortcut to understanding the future of AI commerce.
We'll talk to you next time on the Deep Dive.
Thanks for joining us on Trivera's AI Deep Dive with Chip and Nova. If you enjoyed this episode, you can find more and stay up to date with new episodes wherever you listen to podcasts, or find them on our website and our social media channels. And don't forget to visit us at Trivera.com to learn how we can help take your marketing to the next level. Ready to talk? Reach out. We'd love to hear from you. See you next time.